Hello, y'all. Don't worry about not hearing the game. It's an old Flash game, and apparently it's audio just, I say Flash, I don't think that's quite the software it was made on. Hello, y'all. How's it going? Um, Tonight I am playing some old Banjo Kazooie fan games called BKPC and BKPC 2. The later one is perhaps a little more ambitious. You can see this would appear to be an isometric thing where you walk around and maybe we get the ability to jump. We'll see. We'll see. I'm using the arrow keys for this. That's right. That's right. That's bottles. Can I? Let me see. Can I make this as sharp as possible? Let me just see if I can do something with the. Let me see if I can scale filtering point. I think that looks better for this game in particular, since it is supposed to be pixelated. This is more of the experience, more or less. More or less. All right. Before we begin on this game, let me say a few things up front, as I do. On account of MLK Day, which I just found out, new job I've mentioned previously. On account of MLK Day, which I have off at the new job, I'm going to do an early stream on Monday. There's two reasons for that. One is MLK Day. I have the opportunity to start the stream, at an earlier time since I don't have to worry about getting home since I'll be home, holiday and all. And the other part of it is that there's going to be a Pikmin 4 run at AGDQ on Monday, and I want to watch that live because Pikmin 2 was my runner-up game of the year, so the Monday stream will be at 5 p.m. Central Time. 5 p.m. Central Time. Why does it always turn on the goddamn... Turn off those fucking... Always turns on the gesture settings for some reason. Turn those off. Keep them off. Why does it keep doing that? Okay. Gesture settings on my camera. Don't worry about it. I gesture. Confuses the camera. Anyway. So then, that stream will be at a earlier time. Think nothing else of it. I'll say, for the time being, on account of the new job getting off the ground really next week, holiday aside, I'm gonna say suspending the Thursday streams for the time being until such time as I'm sure that I'll have the energy and the ability to get home consistently and be ready for a stream by, let's say, 8 o'clock, and then be able to do a good stream for a couple hours, before work. Right now, I'm in a stage where it's mostly just training, and it's somewhat remote in nature, but soon enough it'll not be the case, and have to be coming home at the end of a day, commuting and getting dinner and then getting home and setting up the stream rather than rolling right off whatever right into it. And that'll be a whole different circumstance, so I'm going to suspend those for now, maybe for like a few weeks until I'm feeling comfortable that that's easy to do. It'll just be Mondays and Fridays for the time being, though I have considered moving the Monday streams to Tuesday, just because Wednesday is a remote day, so I can sleep a little longer on those days. So, the stream could go a little longer those days without risking too much, the next morning, let's say. One more thing, follow up with issues on the PC. I have not seen... Last Friday, there were some serious issues with the new PC. It kept disconnecting the HDMI did, or not the HDMI, the display ports that went up to these these monitors. I'll say I haven't seen that since that stream, and also I changed out the cable that led to the monitor, so we should be good on that up front. I'll say I have seen some weird stuff with like YouTube videos and high dive videos, like random white flashes. Which when I googled, it said it had something to do with like your graphics drivers, which concerns me, given that all that shit is up to date. It's all up to date, so I don't understand why the hell it's giving me trouble. But whatever. Anyway, some issues. I'm trying to work it out. I'm hoping that it's not something like, oh, the graphics card is a bum graphics card. Turns out in the end, maybe it could be something like that, but I'm hoping it's just like driver issues or something, or maybe cables not being plugged in. It's weird because I'm on Windows 11, and that seems to be a pretty good candidate for what the problem might be. Might be that. Finally, I just want to say one thing before we get into the game. I've talked before about wanting to get a new laptop, and in the last few days, I've run across something that I've found to be like not just adequate but pretty exciting. Check this shit out. Hey, did you hear about this out of CES? The new ZenBook Duo, the newest one, the one from this year. It's pretty fucking cool, I'll say. I'll tell you how it happened, or how I came across it. I was looking at laptops on like Monday or something, and I came across this monstrosity from Lenovo, the Lenovo Yoga with what has two screens on it, and it has like a Bluetooth keyboard that's not attached that you can put it in front of it and make it into like a whole station type situation. And I saw this and I went, oh wow, that's kind of cool. And then I looked closer and realized, like, well, it's going to be a pain in the ass to carry that keyboard around. That sounds like a whole hassle. The whole, like, the keyboard doesn't, like, attach very firmly, so it, like, moves around as you're, like, trying to use it. If you try to do it, like, in the lower left image there, that one. It's like magnetically held on, but not tight enough where it won't jostle around. So that's weird. And also you have to charge it separately. You have to maintain it separately. And also, the thing doesn't have any fucking USBs. No USBs, nothing. No real, like, connectivity is the word. No I/O on that. And I said, like, well, shit, all those things are deal breakers, but that's kind of a cool idea. And then I, went to post it somewhere, thinking like, oh yeah, let's have a laugh about dual screen laptops. And then I realized on that somewhere else that I was posting it, people were talking about a different dual screen laptop that actually addressed all the things that I said were deal breakers. It's the Asus ZenBook, and you see it's pretty cool there. It's two beautiful screens. They're like really large and high resolution. At least you can expect them to be high resolution. I don't know if I really need higher resolution than this 1080 personally, but I'll think about it. And it has a keyboard that is Bluetooth. But here's the good thing about it. It can pop right onto over the bottom screen and become like a full-on regular laptop. Looks almost indistinguishable, and it's connected physically via like pogo pins, meaning that it charges when it's in that position. It can be carried in that position, so you can see there it's the other part of that image. It folds up and has the keyboard in there. And also you can see it has a USB and two USB-Cs. So it has, for a laptop, tons of ports. And to top it all off, it is $500 less than this Lenovo product. So, at least at base. So, I'll tell you, like, looking at this, I've been pretty stoked buy it. I'll say like it's for use case. I imagine it'll be a lot of like regular laptop, and also the dual screen, vertical orientation. Like the book kind of seems like I've never done vertical monitors, and I don't see myself starting now. And also, it seems like it's not as good as just the vertical arrangement. And as far as like laying it flat on a table, that's a lot of the videos you'll watch. I've been watching a lot of videos of this just because it's like, oh, my appetite is wet. I need to see this, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm just but I want to buy it. I just want to. I'm thinking about it all the time. And well, they'll show you all the features, like, oh yeah, there's an on-screen keyboard. We'll never use that. You can make it so that it like mirrors the display between the two displays, so that it's like upside down on the other side. So if you have like someone across the table from you, they can see what's on the laptop as well. I'm never going to use that. That's a feature I don't see anyone using, but that doesn't really matter. It's a fucking dope thing, and I'll tell you, I've not been this excited for like a laptop since the original Lenovo Yoga, which, at the time was probably the first laptop where I saw it and went, oh, that's revolutionary. That's exciting. And I got it, and it was really, really good. It lived up to its promise, and I had a couple good years with it before I had to, move to a desktop once I was out of college, And I had like the cause to make a desktop. I wanted to play PC games that were more powerful than these ones could, the Yoga could allow. Anyway, I just wanted to say that because I've been spending a lot of time thinking about it over the last, you can hear the audio now, yeah? You know what, I think that's a bit too loud. Let me volume mix that a little bit. How about there? Let me just test against this. Just a scotch lower. There we go. Let's go with that. Alright, let's get into this. Sorry for the slow start. You know me, I like to talk. I've been thinking about that laptop all week. I want to bring it in. It's a laptop that I will not just use just for travel. It's a laptop I can see myself just bringing into the office on a daily basis. At least, when I'm in office, and using that to work, like, away from the desk if I wanted, like, find one of their... The office is a fancy office. It has, like, quiet rooms and stuff, and, like, little isolated areas and common areas, and I can definitely see working from one of them and finding that to be quite swell. Breaking out the dual-screen laptop just... real quickly, like bam, 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 it's set up. Oh, it's time to go. Its keyboard goes back on. Close it up. Kickstand. It has a kickstand. It's ready to go, like that. You should see the videos. They're very, very compelling. Just like watching someone just set it up real fast. Use it. Compelling in a way that I don't think any laptop's been since the Lenovo Yoga. Anyway, BKPC. Let's do this. Where's my water? I don't know if my water... Oh, there it is. BKPC. Again, really old Banjo-Kazooie fan game here. Really old Banjo-Kazooie fan game. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Here we go. This is the opening cutscene. Ain't that something? I feel like the camera's a little off-center. I don't know what's up with that. I'll say, by the way, if you're wondering... If you're wondering, this is like in a tiny window on my screen. I could not make it bigger on my screen. But I did make it bigger for y'all, so, you know, that's nice. Hopefully it looks good. There's the music for this. Hello, this is Bottles. 2D is this way, cross the bridge. Watch out, Banjo. If you touch an enemy, you will get hurt. Yes, that's right. I'll say, by the way, if anyone is wondering, I'm pretty sure the second game is kind of significantly more ambitious than this one. It's like a whole BK Grunty's Revenge light, almost. It is still MS Paint and isometric in this way, but it's more than just like walking around. I have very fond memories of this. I remember playing it back in the day. I said in that thing up top, you know, there's the thing. I died! Oh, that's, not good. Death is a serious thing. Shift while running to attack. Okay, that helps a lot. Why don't I just hold down shift then? Yeah, this seems like a good idea. Just hold down shift. Mumbo help break witch spell. Alright. I think that's this screen done. Onto the second world here. A lot of walking. That's kind of what they had, I guess, you know. I said in the thing up top that for a free thing, back in the day, this was about as best as you could do, which is true. Okay, you cannot attack these guys from the front. What? Okay. This is about as good as you could do back in, like, 99, 2000. The hell? Which, I do think that is interesting. Look back and say, hey, you know. Okay. It's just a matter of, like... Okay. It said while running, but you don't have to run. Shift while still to fire eggs. I do not want shift keys. Oh, there's a Jinjo. But how do I get out? Funny how it's not centered, but I do not want sticky keys either. Ah! Oh, you can walk on this water. Like Jesus Christ. Alright, it's a cave. What? What? Are those enemies? Oh, there's bats that are flying around. Jeez, they're hard to see. What? Okay. This is a free game. Talent Trot. Oh, hey, we got a run button. Eh. Okay. Maybe you have to run over there. Okay. Okay. How about that? Maybe we should. I should have maybe brought something to talk about other than this game. It's good, but you know. I don't need the fucking sticky keys. Don't turn on sticky keys. Fuck off with these fucking sticky keys. I'll never use them. Why Windows? The Windows accessibility menu is being non-responsive, to put it lightly. There it goes. What the fuck? Notification. Do not notify. No keyboard stick shortcuts. What? I'm hitting the button to disable and it's taken like a minute because Windows 11 is... I don't know why it takes any time at all to toggle a feature. A setting like that. Okay. Where were we? Where am I? Where am I? I don't see me. Where did I go? Did something happen while I was fucking with those toggle keys? Restart level. This is the swamp, so we gotta be like halfway through. Just by the ways in which numbers work. Oh, that's... Oh, they were serious about that lives thing, huh? Wow, okay. There's a password system. 1 second. BK PC passwords. Let's see if I can find any password stuff. Passwords. Oh, they're in the zip. We're in the zip that was originally included. Let me see here. BKPC cheats. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back to where we were then. What was that? Bat smoke? Cattail quag? No, this was after where we were. Right? Did we finish this? I forget if we finished this. You know what? I don't think we did because we didn't. We must get the ability to, like, wade in the water. Is there any sort of, like, invincibility cheat? I don't think so. Password. Bat smoke. This music is probably like the closest to the actual song of the music so far. Like, it has like a quality to it. Most say, oh, come on. Oh, well, I should kill the frogs. I'm not doing that. What? Okay, I saw it that time. I just disappeared. What does that mean? Oh, one more try? Ah, that's smoke. Well, that was fine. I couldn't move anyway. This is what fan games were like. You know, back then. I mean, maybe they still are in certain places, but I feel like now, when you think of fan games, they're, a lot more impressive. How about we skip to the next level? Also, we are, like, halfway through. Whoa. These are, like, ice trees. There's, like, some ice physics, but they're weird. Is cream. It's weird because you don't... You stop sliding as soon as you turn in a direction. So if you just let go, you won't stop, but... But, you know... Not the... Still not a good... Not a good... Yeah. Oh, God. Also, the hitbox. Maybe a bit... I feel like the head should be fine. Would be my, thought. There. These things look like they're on the ground. Is cream. One more. Try here. Okay. Let's just a fish wow. Okay, so we're off the beaten path here. It's not just. Ooh. It's not just your standard Banjo-Kazooie stuff. Fish. Wow. I feel like some of these might be in the thing, might not be like regular levels. Hard to dodge those things. No more moves to learn. Then what do you do? Oh, there's a switch on the above the Jinjo. Above the yellow Jinjo. Let's see, Holiday Forest. Well, let's just look at that real fast. Cat Wolf. Oh, this is almost like a lot more substantial. Like there's multiple rooms. Not sure if this is a bonus level or like one of the final levels, but why are there 4 versions of this? Or 3 versions? Boo whoop. Oh, I see. It's like a Click Clock Wood, but I see what they've done here. Click Clock Wood, but it's like holidays. Also, I went inside the Diglima. There's a Thanksgiving, there's a Christmas, there's a Halloween. That's weird. When you die, you just go back to the one that you haven't, the first one if you haven't beaten it, actually. Weird way for a password system to work, but sure. Let's just look at the Christmas. Diglima. Oh, this is the ice physics again, but... So that's fun. And yeah, you get like cast back all level. Okay. There's a challenge mode. Couple other codes here. Secret levels? Okay, let's look at the secret levels, why not? Mayhem! What does that look like? It's like Mayhem Temple, wow. I don't think those hit me, but whatever. Okay, it's correct that that's a secret. Witchy, show me a witchy. The tent is spitting coins. Is that what? Huh? What even got me? Looked like something came in from the top. Oh, it's... What? It's Mr. fucking floaty fucker. Secret Christmas level. There's a secret Christmas level. Xmas. Well, that's something. I don't know how you get out of here. Out of this little circle. Maybe, you know, because it's a level doesn't mean it was completable. Or maybe there's buttons I don't know about. Passwords. Oil V World 2. Lava World. Okay. Oh, you can also... Nuts. What does nuts do? Nuts? I could have given myself 99 lives by putting in lives. Did nuts do something? I don't know if nuts did something, but this was made in the Games Factory, if you're wondering. Okay. Well, that was something. That was a thing. How about we go to the more ambitious of the two now? We haven't been at this for so long, but look, that game, maybe limited appeal? Very much a quick little thing that was cool. Cool for its time, especially. But this is more of a thing. BKPC 2, you can see it. It looks a little better. And its title screen was a little bit more... of a thing. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow, that's, capturing. I didn't expect that to capture. Sorry about that. I did not expect that to just switch over to the other one. Maybe they're the same application, so you know, so OBS sees them as the same. I don't think Windows does though, so it's kind of strange that that just did that on ya. Just make this yay big. And also make it bigger. Oh, wait, no. No. I made it bigger, but that just made it so it was just surrounded by black. Probably a little lower, right? Probably a little lower on the whole, how's that? I think that all be good. Okay. Banjo-Kazooie PC2. A little more ambitious of a game, I'll say. Let's actually just crank that down to maybe like 8. Let's go with that. PC2 is a little bit more ambitious, and maybe also a little bit more fun, if I recall. I remember having like multiple worlds and like a very Banjo style like I remember it being like similar to Super Kiwi. It's somewhere between like Super Kiwi 64 and Crunchy's Revenge, if my memory serves. I remember like big ambitious worlds that had characters that, you know, had dialogue and stuff, and it being overall pretty cool. I'll tell you, the germ of this stream was me a few weeks ago, around the new year, finding this in a folder when I was getting ready to move stuff over, and going like, oh wow, I still have this? Wow, I should go back and have a look. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. Wait. I think I skipped the cutscene. I'm gonna go back there. Hey, Nick Studio. How you doing? And this was made by YBK. Yumble? I forget the... Maybe there's a credits thing somewhere. How to play. Oh, it opened up a text file. It has a save system. It has warps. It has a jump, beak barge, rat-tap-tap. Yeah, this is a lot more ambitious. It was made by Yumbly and Balab, I believe. Property of YBK. bk-t.net. Unclear where it's, you know, unclear where those folks are now. Let's watch this opening cutscene. This is clearly a lot more of a production than Banjo-Kazooie PC1. You doing good? That's nice. You're doing okay. I shouldn't paraphrase. Now you see there's like actual cutscenes. And they look good for the time. You know, this is fan games in around the turn of the century. Especially compared to the first one. Like, goddamn, this one is maybe a lot less of a tossed off thing. I don't want to say tossed off, but you know, it's ambitious. Cool. I should read this this dialogue. Bottles is packing up and getting ready to go away. You know, he's had enough. In other words, too late. Mind's made up. I bet she's crying right now. Who? Kazooie? Her heart hasn't beaten in years. Does he mean Gruntilda? Yeah, so that's the plot. It takes place between 1 and 2, 2E, and accidental run-in with Gruntilda's bony form. And here we go. Is there a jump button? Oh yeah, it's on shift. Oh shit, we have a jump this time. Oh, sorry, I accidentally made it big on my screen. I say big on my screen, it messed up the capture. But not really big, it was still in a... It was still only like a small portion, which I have helpfully blown up for y'all. How's the audio? Can you hear me good? Still should be possible. Let me just... I'm just gonna, like, let's take it down to, like, the A. Be on the safe side. I like you stream. Thank you. Let's see what's going on with Gruntilda. Where's Goggles? Why would they think that she's out cold? Yes, she's dead. Why does Kazooie think that Bottles would be over here? Yeah. She almost died. She's still... Where is Bottles? Why would Bottles be here? How do you know that... Okay, doesn't matter. This plot... I don't know if it, holds water. But... You know... It's a plot. Someone totaled the lair. Your lair was exploded. There's total destruction inside there. Rocks and rubble. All that. How do you know that if you were out... How do you know that if you are out cold? I was just pretending. How about you come and join us on our little quest of bloodthirsty revenge? What does that mean? What bloodthirsty revenge? I think that's just the writer saying that. I feel like Grunty would always think of a rhyme. There's a rhyme. Lair, dare. So I think the idea is here is that Grunty is teaming up with you? That's cool. I forgot about that. I'll say I forgot about it, but I did just go through the FAQ. The text document did mention controls for Grunty, so I was a little bit spoiled on that idea. Oh, okay. They're using they're doing a Blackton. Captain Black Eye as the villain, which was like the original idea back in the day, you know, for Dream. Okay, I need to... There's some nice GIFs over there. Look at that. They're just nice old GIFs. GIFs, you know. Oh, what's the save button again? Let me see. Step on 1, save under the file menu will be activated. And you can save with that. I have to go into the file menu to save while standing on a save thing. That's cool. How does the warp work? You have to unlock multiple and you use space. Okay, cool. Let's go see what's up. It's a big world. It works better than the last one did. The first BKPC is like, maybe a fun novelty to look at for 2 seconds. This is like a whole adventure. I say, mostly it's so far it's trees. But I swear to you, there is an adventure in here. Beyond the trees. Once I get to that cave. Stalagmite Scamper. You don't play this game? Yeah, it's very, very old. Very, very old. Those honeycombs are your life meters. Very, very old fan game from like 20 years ago. like around the year 2000. That's why it looks like this. That's, you know, this is what this is what games, factory games looked like in that era. The note score is set to 0 until you collect them all, at which point it's like saved. Collect all 5 jiggies and 50 notes. I like this. As I play this, I remember this background thing. This like kind of makes me think of screensavers. Not sure if that's the pull. That's where that's from. Jeez, is that from somewhere in like specific? I guess just like textures. Oh, it chugs a little bit when I collect the jiggy. I guess just like the textures that were involved in like the maze screensaver, you know, would be stuff like this. These are very cool textures to do around this time. Hey, Nick Studio. I see ya. I know you understand. Gotten like half. Ow! Just hurts! We gotta make sure not to die. It turns out when we die, we lose everything. I feel like the jiggy should not be lost, but that's just me. Like notes are one thing. To lose. Pretty alright, but you like Skycore better? Skycore. I don't follow that. Brian. Novak. That's funny. I'm also named that. Not Novak, but the first part. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I wonder if there's cheats. We can go for different jiggies, I guess, and also maybe get some health before going into that area. Also, maybe we can just like rat-tat-tat those guys rather than just like walking between them. Might be a good idea to try. All good, keep gaming? Yeah, hell yeah. That's the streaming way. I don't think we could kill those guys. Okay, so killing other guys can get you health back. That's an easy one to just get. Maybe we should start with that. The whole big stutter thing is odd. I wonder if it originally did that on the hardware it was sort of built for. This hardware is, of course, a good deal more substantial than the hardware they had in the year 2000. It is quite well spec'd, so I don't think it's on my end. Maybe because I'm running OBS. Oh, it could be because I'm running OBS and capturing it. Maybe it is my fault. I don't know. Could go either way. I'd have to test off stream to know for sure. Buddy. These guys squeal like pigs. feel like I'm watching the wrong window. I'm watching the bigger version that's in my, like, OBS, because I'll tell you, like, the real version is a lot smaller on my screen. It's probably about the size that y'all see my camera. It's about that size on, like, a regular screen. It's hard to play off of. The bigger version just attracts my attention. You know? Yeah, yeah. It's good that this game has a save system. The last one could have used that as well, but you know, hey, whatever. Maybe the key is to have that last one be, like, the last thing you get. Because we're nearly to, like, you know, completion. We just go ahead and save that for after I have everything. I won't have to worry about getting hurt. Walk. What about over here? We clear this whole area out. By the way, those who are new, welcome. Usually on this this channel, I do a lot of Mario Maker, as well as full playthroughs. Right now, I just got a new job, so my current thought is to cut down on like Thursday streams until such time as I'm sure that, like, you know, that I can do a Thursday stream, despite, you know, coming off a commute, let's say, on those days. I'm not 100% sure about the feasibility of that, but we'll see. In like a few weeks, once I've gotten my, you know, once I'm feeling good about the whole... Once things have, like, calmed down, let's say. Stutter. Hello, G-Tech Audio Sounds. Auto Sounds. Hey, hey. It's just gonna... Yes. Don't die into the green guy. I want to kill this guy and get his 1 health. There we go. Okay, I got 3 notes and 1 Jiggy. I think that one is just a Jinjo, so where is this last Jinjo? What does Nintani's help? Okay, it's about and how to play. So, you know, we just need to wander and not die. And we should have this, straightened out. I already went through that gauntlet. So then... Ah! There we go. We just need to find 3 more notes now, and that'll be that. I say, you know, that's... I've been all over this level. Somewhere, there's 3 last notes. I said nowhere else other than the place where the guys are at has been, like, especially dangerous, so... Should be good to just, you know... wander. Explore. This area is too tall. Maybe there's somewhere in the... comb the desert, you know. I don't think it's... No. I would have liked it maybe if the notes were optional. Hmm? Hmm? Don't think they are, though. Or rather, if you didn't need to get all of them, just needed to get like a high score, let's say. And that was fine. We already got those over there. Could it be somewhere over here? Oh! Oh! There we go. That's 50 and 5. Let's walk to the exit and go to another level, I think, is the idea. Right? I'm gonna be so miffed that this is not how that works. Hey, it's saved. Hello. Yes. I'm gonna stand on the thing. I'm gonna hit File and Save. Let's go ahead and save our progress here. Oh, and this boat is open. Oh, well, you need 5 Jiggies to open the boat. This opens the second world. Millstone Mansion. There's like some presentation here. Little cutscenes. Charming. Alright, let's go. That guy's in a wall! That's fine. You know what? If he wants to be in a wall, that's his business. These are some art. Oh! Ah! I didn't expect that to work. I got hit with when it lagged stuttered. That's fine. Did y'all think that? I did not think that was gonna work. Again, go figure. Let's walk this way. What are these trees? Not this way. Hello, Fusroda. I'm playing BKPC2. We're in the second world, which seems cool. It's a big ship. Big ship. See me walking. If I... No. Okay. Whoa! That was dangerous, but worked out fine. Is there... I wonder if there's a better way to do that versus just winging it. I'll note, by the way, this game, if you die, you have to start everything over, the whole level. Jiggies included. That's not ominous. Oh, it wasn't ominous. That was just a safe little G! Okay, actually... Oh! I stepped on glass? I stepped on glass. I guess I stepped on glass. It had a hitbox. That's a chandelier. After it landed. Crap. Okay. Hi, buddy. Well, lesson learned. Don't step on glass. You have a good one, Fusroda. Oh, right. The painting, the painting. Wonder if I can pause and stop the lag from happening. Oh, that was not a pretty scene. Glass is not good to step on. That's like the one thing. If I were to give any note, well, my first note would be like, just probably make it so that Jiggies stick around, even if notes reset. My other note would be, add a thing that is like a timer before you can take damage again. You know? A lot of games have stuff like that. Pretty good. An invulnerability time. Maybe, like, making Banjo Flash transparent would have been hard back in this age, you know? That said, this game, you know, for a game made in 2000 with the free game technology available in the year 2000 is pretty damn impressive, you know? Like, I messed around with some of that crap back in the day, and I couldn't make anything half as ambitious as this. You know, not just ambitious, also must have been really, time-consuming, you know? Put together all the assets, you know. Oh, look at that. That's, some website. I don't know what website, but it is some website. There's another some website. That. I don't mean to say anything to, like, diminish this. It is a very cool thing. Maybe we should have just started with 2, but, what's this noise? Hang on a second. What noise? Is there a noise with the microphone? Let me see. Test. No? Sounds good. There was a issue with the microphones last week, and this is the microphone that had the issue, but it didn't exhibit the issue when I put it over here, so I thought we were good to just continue on going. I'm glad that that wasn't it. I'm not sure what noise you were referring to, Nick Studio. Was it the sound of the chandelier crashing, perhaps? That was probably more what you were referring to. What the fuck? Am I climbing a tree? I don't understand what's going on with that tree, but let's keep walking. Hey, what about these trees? Maybe there's a way I can go past them. I don't think so. At this point, we've gotten most of the notes. And all but 2 of the jiggies. Through there was the knight's chessboard, you know? Those trees look really suspicious, but I don't know how you would get past, you know, not being able to walk in that direction. Seems like a serious impediment. Wait a minute. Kitchen. there's some weirdness, like, look, this is a janky game from, a janky time. We should just be happy it's, runs at all. I said there's, like, you know, a thing that I write at the top of every stream, basically explaining what we're gonna do tonight. And I wrote there that at the time, this was about as best as you could get for free, which was true. You know, it's weird to think back, but there was a time before free games was like a normal thing. You know, before quality games were just given away wholesale. You know, no questions asked. Hey, oh, we definitely have to kill these guys, don't we? And free games such as this was, again, the best you could do without spending any money. And, you know, God fucking... And it was goddamn good, you know? Like, when you played a fan game like this and you're like, oh god, I'm running around, I'm doing stuff, you're eating good. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, one of the best games in the world is free. Like, a lot of the best games in the world are free. You could go play, you know, the most famous... say most famous. You could play Fortnite, which is a very, very popular game, for free. You know, many other people have. Games that are free that they love to play. You know, like Hearthstone, Marvel Snap for me. All sorts of shooters of all kinds, you know. That just wasn't the case when this came out. You know? Alright, that's the second world done. How many worlds are in this game? Fusro Duh cool. Yeah, Fusro Duh is cool. Skyrim, that's a game that's not free. You have to pay money for Skyrim. Game Pass aside, is it on Game Pass? I am not sure. It might have been on Games with Gold or something like that. At some point. I really don't know. Let me look at the... trying to pull up the how to play, but it's not coming up. How to play. Huh, okay, whatever. Go figure. Well, we don't need to know how many worlds there are, we just need to know that keep on playing, keep on trucking. Damnation! I feel like the one I remember most, I think there's like a casino level in this. That's the one that comes to mind when I think of, this game. The casino. Is it a casino? I don't remember. You mean this sound's the sound of a note? Come on, yeah. Okay, I can't jump to there. I got a good amount of health. That guy's in the water. Bad place to spawn. Okay, so we can transform into Kazooie. Fly above water. Transform back into Banjo. Ooh. Jesus. This room is just like... It's just like maze textures. I bet that has to be where a lot of these come from, like the maze. Maze and other such places where random textures came from. Ah, that was bad. These are treadmills, by the way, if you can tell. If I stop moving, I will be pulled leftward. Okay, good. I mean, that makes sense for a sawmill world, to have a sawmill full of saws, you know? That's what sawmills are. They're full of saws. Yeah, it's like a real room. It's like uncanny. It's like, oh geez, this room has like a texture versus like the outside is an MS painting. The clash of elements is, well, I don't know about y'all, but I find it to be charming? I'm gonna say charming. That looks like a button, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know why the Jinjos yelp when they get picked up. It's a weird thing for Jinjos to do. Sounds like they're screaming. Sounds like they're screaming. Candy? Random thing to say. That's like a hill. Use some scraggly trees. Kinda looks like there's a guy behind that tree. Feel like we're gonna get some ability to burn down these trees. I say some ability, I really don't know what possible thing there could be. But those trees are gonna burn. Don't know how yet, but they definitely gotta burn. Oh, you think that Kazooie can get those? Maybe Kazooie can get those. Possible. Go over here real fast, grab this fella. We've gotten barely any Jiggies in this one, but a lot of notes. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I can push your log. Maybe I can't push your log. Okay, there we go. I pushed the log. This also unlocks a way back? Yes. Yes, it unlocks a way back. Let's see if becoming bird helps you get those jigsaw pieces, as they are, you know, called. Big bobber? It's not a thing. What is that? Looks like a lake pad. Like a lake button. Let's see if bird can go behind tree. No, we're gonna need something that, like, you know, burns this shit up. That's, it is what it is, you know. Is there anything in the water? Buddy? Yes, there was a guy drowning. How about over here? Banjo it up. I feel like the key has to be that button. I don't understand, though, how to push it. It's interesting that the UI sometimes goes behind things. Like, look, the tree blocks the UI. That tree does not block the UI. Little inconsistent. That tree also does not block the UI. Maybe that first tree was just a special tree. And all these other trees, don't block it in that same way. Who can say? Guess it'd be weird if you were coming from... Oh, here we go. Run tilde. You will be heavier. And oh, hey, there's the fire. Alright. Alright. Couple notes. Jiggy. I see what we gotta do here. Become Banjo. And jump over this little river to get this Jiggy. Beautiful. Yeah, space. I'll say, you know, back in high school, I made a little, like, Earthbound type fan game that I never, like, released anywhere. It was just, like, for a class thing. Like a class project or some such. I was thinking about that the other day when I saw this, and I'll say it's a damn shame I don't have that on hand anywhere. I would love to show it to y'all if I did have that available, but sadly, as far as I can tell, that is just, you know, lost to time. You know what I mean? Like, the files... Hey, there's the last note. The files, the Java thing, just gone. I don't have any like thing from that era. That was before I was putting stuff on Google Drive for backup. I looked every place that I have, just nothing. Hey, it's a boss. Move it, fish face. You don't know who you're dealing with. You not know who you're dealing with. Okay. Oh, this is like a... Okay, we switch. This is a pretty straightforward little boss fight. I like it. Whoa, hey, what the hell? Being very framey. This is what it's looking like on the thing, so, you know. We gotta beat this boss fight. Jesus, it's stuttering like hardcore now. Can I just blast this guy without switching? No, I don't think... This might be an issue where, like, on these modern computers or something, you know, maybe this old game doesn't know how quite to deal with having know, 500,000 times the resources it's expecting to have. And maybe then it's trying to do like 5 million frames a second, and that's not a thing. Maybe we should try resetting after this. Is that static fire? The fire froze in place. I mean, there's no guarantee that this worked any better back in the day, but... Let me see, I have this old article open. See, there's an article I have open explaining stuff about the game. It doesn't mention any of this issue that we're running into. Why is Banjo saying ow over and over again? Not sure there's a way to dodge all these. Coming right for me. Yeah. Is this as far as we go? Shame if so, you know? Come on! That seemed really close. What if I turned sound off, music off? Do you think that'll help? It's worth a shot. Let's try it. It seems to be a little better. Not entirely, but I feel like it's maybe being a little better behaved in some ways. Or maybe it's just luck of the draw. Okay. One last hit. Maybe. Whoa! Turn the sound back on. Oh, it turned itself back on. Fun. Well, you know, what are you gonna do? Let's... Yeah, it seems to be doing that whole chugging thing a lot now. I reckon there's just probably some sort of performance issue where, you know, the longer you play, the more things get all screwed up. Let me go save and restart and hope like hell that this save system actually works. There's the totals. Oh, we can see how many levels there are. There's, 9? Yeah. Let's restart and keep going. Okay, reset game. I'm gonna quit. And pull it back up fresh and good. Hopefully this helps with performance. Maybe we'll quit out manually. Where's the load button? Hang on. Maybe you have to load before you start. Oh, thank God the load appeared. Oh God, I was really scared there. I thought maybe that was it. Okay. First third of the game, post first boss fight. Let's go. Let's keep on trucking. I'm good to keep going. Happy to, you know. We've been going for about 2 hours on the whole. Well, hey, that'd be a short stream, at least for me anyway, but I wouldn't mind a good 2-hour stream now and again. I kind of feel like let me mix the volume. That's too loud, isn't it? Make it like a little bit lower. I do feel like I tend to go too long generally. So like a next 2-hour stream perhaps would be a good change of pace. Don't worry, water just fell over. I'm thinking it's probably over here, the next world, yeah. Oh, no, just a save. Could it be off the ship, perhaps? Ah, off the ship, that'll be it. Maybe beyond these trees. No, not yet. Now, where exactly is the next world, I wonder? Maybe it is forward. Maybe it is forward. What could it be? No, this is Millstone Mansion. No, it's not there. No, where is it though? If not there, then where? Over here was the last world, so... Don't think it'd be over here. Been sleeping at, you know, early hours. Despite the, you know, new job. Have been getting good solid nights of sleep. Yeah, I don't see anywhere here where it could be. Like I've went left and I've went right and there's nothing. Could it be somewhere to the left here? What the hell, where is it? Not down of the screen. We already looked here to the right. There's nothing but a mysterious island. Which, you know, if it might open up in time, but it hasn't opened up yet. That was the first world over there. Behind the first world is nothing. It's gotta be on the boat, but I already checked the boat and there's nothing on the boat. Could it be down of the boat? Somewhere along the bottom side? No. What?! You could go inside the boat! Okay. Cash Top Casino. This is the one I remembered. Okay. Yeah. Slots. Slot machines, but angry. There's gotta be a Jiggy in one of these slot machines. Saying that now. I remember this song. I think it's based on like the based on some like minor obscure song from Banjo-Kazooie, which I like to hear. That's the bar. Everyone's just drinking. Hey there. Investing a lot in the sports book. Oh, gambling. Right. Saving for a big screen TV. weird sound for like a weird sound for a weird thing, I guess. There's gotta be something in some of these machines that like you trigger and you get a thing. Like get past over. Okay. Not gonna worry. Just gonna walk. I forget if this is like the Twinkleys theme, or if it's one of the themes that you get inside the Beaver House. You know, what's his name? I think it's one of those two things. Beer bar. Pretty sure that these roped areas are like, you know, they're walls. You think I can beak barge this though? Oh, yes I can. Just have to cut it with my beak. Alright. Singing potions pot. Seemed like there was a bit of a lag spike when it like reloaded the music. That might be like a good theory when it has to start and stop the music that throws it for a loop. This old thing here. Gift shop. The gift shop. Whoa, it's Pokemon Stadium. Modern game at the time. And I guess, you know, hey, they were all under the same umbrella then. You know, that's changed in the eras since then. But, at the time, yeah. You know, Banjo was as Nintendo as they came. Weird thing how all that changed, you know? Suddenly it was, you know, part of the Microsoft umbrella and kind of swiftly became not a big thing anymore. I don't know. Maybe they never would have made another Banjo. You know, maybe if they did have, like, oh, we're working... Maybe if they were working on Banjo 3E, Nintendo would have been slower to say, like, okay, y'all, good luck with your shit, but, bye. You know? I do wonder if that was a factor, right? Microsoft went like, oh yeah, you know, these guys, they've made Donkey Kong Country, they made Banjo-Kazooie, and Nintendo's like, yeah, but they're working on Grab by the Ghoulies, and Cameo, Elements of Power. Some people like those games, but, they're not Banjo-Tooie, they're not Banjo 3E, they're not, brand new Donkey Kong Countries. You know, maybe Nintendo was right to be cynical about those... about Rare's prospects, you know? That looks like a thing. I think that's the exit or something, I don't know. Restrooms. Hey, it's our friend. It's you know, Logo. Logo's there. There's a picture of us. Another picture, you know, promo render. They used to call promo images renders when they were rendered on computers. That's because it was a novelty for the first, you know, while. Novel thing to be able to, like, render an image and, see it on screen. Yeah. Like, you'd go, oh god, yeah, that's a render. It's rendered on a computer. God damn. Can we get over there? Well, I know I can go get the Grunty, and there was a thing that Grunty can step on. So I guess let's do that. This to me is what casino rugs are like. Black and red repeating patterns. Yes. Accurate. Now, I don't remember where that was. Hey, can you come over here, Lord Master? My broom? No? Okay. Oh, hey, there's Kazooie, the Kazooie pad. Just need to figure out how to get over there. What did that do? I don't know what that did. Might as well walk over here, though. Oh, and also just make sure that this can't put all that in flames, you know? Do you think Grunty can use the restroom? Well, I'm pretty sure it's canonical that, who was the one that clogged up Logo? Was it Grunty? I don't know if it was Grunty. Someone clogged up, Logo with too much toilet paper, you know, between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Maybe it was just a worker. Maybe it wasn't necessarily, you know, Gruntilda herself. I don't know the canon. I don't know what the canon says of, you know, who has used Logo canonically. The workers I know have. The workers at the factory. They certainly have made use of Logo. Ah, there's probably three cherry things. We have to step on all of them, and then we get a thing. Speaking of, there's another one. Take notes. Mental note there. Cherry. Right there. Step on 3 of them, we get a Jiggy. Okay. Maybe one of the reasons this is a memorable level is that, takes kind of a while to get anywhere. Because you're walking back and forth and doing a whole laps around the casino. And it seems like there's a lot between you and, like, you know, you and the Jiggies. They make the Jiggies a little bit hard to get to. Or hard to earn, rather. Hey, there's a Jiggy. Don't know what the hell was up with... what the deal is with that one, but okay. Okay. We got through that little gap there somehow. Good. Okay, now we're a bird, so we can fly over some things, but not all things. There's a number of poker tables we need to get up on. I'll go ahead and get those notes. Is that Crunchy's pain noise? Okay. Hey, Nick Studio. Casino level. This one. Alright, there's the third Jiggy. We gotten all the notes now, so that's good. Let's see now. We've gotten everything but 2 Jiggies. I know where one is. I just need to step on a cherry thing, and it'll activate. That leaves 1 Jiggy unaccounted for. Worthless Pokemon products. Oh, I didn't even notice it was a dig. Okay. So there's that last cherry. Is there anything more we can do as Kazooie? Ah. This will be a little bit of a fight. God, imagine if we wipe out here. Whoa, hey. Oh, I don't think these guys do not give health. These guys do not give health, so... Yikes. I hope the 50 notes saved at least. Oh, God. 1 health. Jesus. Do you know who Joe? I don't know a Joe, no. Who Joe? Is that a joke? Who Joe? Cujo, something like that? Some sort of, you know, sounds like when you slur those words together. Okay, we just got a little bit of a walk. I think we're safe. We're out of the woods here. Lovely. Jojo? Yeah. I know of Jojo. Bizarre What? Oh, okay. I thought it was like a security thing I just tripped. But no, that was like a victory thing. The Jinjo made her booted out a beautiful 5 for us. Beautiful 5th Jiggy. That's that level. I'm gonna restart again, make sure that maybe we restart every other level. At any rate, I'm gonna save after we get out of here. Whew. Oh, we're now back to where we started, not knowing where next to go. Unless, now that we have 20, the whole island thing is open. Maybe the whole island thing is open. Oh, here's the 20 place. I need a save. I need a save point. I need to save my progress. I feel like, yeah, through this door is another hub. Black Eye Island. Oh, right, we're going after Black Eye, right. I forgot about the whole fucking plot here. That's like some monkey... I feel like that'd be like a Monkey Island type thing. Just be like booted off and the ship drives away in high speed in reverse. Lovely. I'm gonna restart it real fast just to make sure that we're not gonna run into performance issues again. Not sure when the load thing shows up, but here's where it shows up at the start screen. Okay, perfect. Good, okay, the warp is open. I don't know if we stood on it, so I was a little concerned about that. That's clearly a hole for a key. That's a cool thing. Ice Cream World. Mumbo is here. Yeah, come with us. Yeah, we're on an adventure. Yeah, Mumbo will now be playable, I think is the long and short. Yeah, Mumbo Pad. Yeah, same as the other characters in this game. Looks like he fires freezing. Which does mean he's, like, more fun to play here than he is in, you know, Banjo-Tooie, where he's just goes to a pad and does a thing. Right, there's a computer world. I'm looking at these, like, world fronts and going like, oh, I remember this, I'll say again, I played this way back in the day, you know. I remember the PC world here. I guess, you know, Nuts and Bolts also has a PC world. I don't know, this one... Is it a huge dunk on Nuts and Bolts to say, like, I might prefer this one? At the very least, you can navigate this one. The Nuts and Bolts one is weird to navigate because it's so vertical. Okay, here we are, and we're like a ice cream world. What's going on here? Okay. I'm not big into what I'm seeing. Looks like a lot of dangerous stuff. That said, if I could just fly around as Kazooie, pick up all these dang notes, that's pretty good. Kazooie seems to be above all these guys. There's a switch, so we'll need to be grunty for that. I think Fusro Duh popped out. Said earlier that they were, you know, going away or going to bed or something. I don't know. Specific details. Rescuing that bird guy thing. He wanted to be grabbed. Don't question. It's a good thing. Should I, like, get on the ground and start running around all ground style, you know? Versus just flying around and picking up everything? Flying around, picking up everything seems smart. Seems like the smart thing to do. I'll say, by the way, I do have a lot. I do have some stuff that I've been doing this week, which, you know me. I like to... These days, I like to save that. I say you know me. Some of y'all are new. I like to save that sort of thing for my Friday stream, since it is Thursday. Do you like classic game? Not that many classic games. If you're talking like... A lot of the games I like are the ones from my childhood, you know, like, N64, late SNES era. You know, that sort of time period. If you're talking that, like, yes, for sure, I like all those classic games. But damn it. I should have gotten that before I landed. I'm not the hugest on, like, you know, NES and before, though. So, like, anything in that ballpark is, This doesn't look like an ice cube. Yeah, this is like a big ice cream. At the very least, hey, the notes have now all saved. That's good. That is a good thing. I really wish that the notes, the other ones did as well. You know. Really wish that the other collectible did. The Jiggies. Okay, a little bit of a fight with these guys. I do think I'm the better bear. Yes. Did I accidentally pause it by hitting buttons? Pause. Break. I also hid the menu, and I don't think I can get the menu back now. Well, I'll tell you what, if it crashes one more time like that, and we lose any more progress than we just did, then we will call it, we'll call it there. All we lost are notes, and they were pretty easy to get in this one, since, you know, you don't really have to risk anything to fly around as Kazooie. Hey, Bird and Bear, you need help? Yes, yes. What? Froze again. One more. Well, right. Fuck, I forgot. I gotta load the game from the title screen. Let me just also pull up the how to play thing. Fuck, I forgot to... I need to load from the title screen. Couldn't be simpler. Let's see now. So yeah, that we... Fuck! Oh, no, that's correct. Load here. Something about dialogue is screwy. Like, it kind of seems like if you button past it, you can end up, locking the game up. Let's just let it play off. I'm hands off here. Hands off. Though I will go and do a save after this scene, just to be, like, on the safe side. Go ahead and hit that save. Oh, I forgot to hit the switch. Hit the switch, then hit the save. I will say, I'm looking at the document here. There's a document saying, like, what all the areas are in the game. And that's fun. You can look at that and see, like, oh, what all the worlds are that are from here on out. Oopsie daisy. There's a bunch of them. Wait, I thought I stood on the thing. Why is the door not open? Whatever. Did it close when I warped out? Doesn't matter. The next level is called Bite the Dust. B-Y-T-E. Cimmerian City. Sort of a big city. Pumpkin Paradise. I feel like I remember that one. And then Time Tree. Sort of a past-future situation. Sure. There's some enemies in the sky. That's fine. Allowed. Maybe it'd be good to just get all the notes real fast. And then save. Like, it... You know, we lose anything in the level, but... As far as, like, other collectibles go. But it might be worth... to avoid having to get all the notes again. Tell you what, if we die after getting notes again, I'll save. And I'll already have lost everything other than notes at that point, so it'll be fine. This obstacle course is gonna be the death of me, like, Jesus. I don't know how you do it. Can you freeze with Mumbo the things that are, you know, that you're supposed to freeze? Maybe something like that would be feasible. This is some sort of race. Okay, so there's just like a series of switches that the Grunty has to hit. I want to get all the notes before I leave the safety of the air. This just seems like a very prudent way to play. And cautious, you know? Hey, hey. Like maybe down here. This whole area is nothing now that I've gotten the notes in flight. Like I've emptied it of anything good. Just 8 notes left. I don't know where they are. Hopefully they're just very obvious when we fly over them. We'll see them and go, oh, there they are. I guess upper right? I don't know. Maybe also could have, you know, had BKPC2 or 1 as like a secondary thing, as if to say like, okay, well, you know, this is 2. What about 1? Here's 1. Haha, isn't that something? No. Really did not need to commit to trying to do that one, considering it just isn't as interesting, you know. Not nearly as much to it by like any degree. Music looping throws it for a loop. It's not good. That wasn't a good thing to say. Oh hey, they're by the cherry. At least 4 of them are. Four more. Where in the hell are they? I didn't miss them on the way down, did I? Chocolate chips. For a simple fan game of the era, relatively simple just to make enemies spawn wherever and just randomly walk in random directions. Like, that's just a good way to make it so that enemies are moving, hopefully in interesting ways, for you to, you know, tackle as they come. Here we go, there's the last 4. Now let's try to fight those bears again. Huh? Kind of kicking these guys' asses without even trying. Haven't taken a single hit from them. They also don't give health, these ones. I think that's kind of annoying. You know, these levels are hard enough without... Are hard enough, and then you don't get health from some enemies. I just don't care much for that decision, I suppose. Oh, I know. Mumbo will be able to take those guys out, the fire guys. Do some Mumbo stuff. I bet that's be a key thing. Right. Control is his thing. Different from Grunty, who has it on shift. His shift is a jump. Okay, these guys do not die. This guy will. Maybe like with a well-timed jump, I can avoid these guys as they're coming near me. I think to hit the switch I have to be Banjo. I'm down back to where I started after taking out all those chocolate chips. It's concerning. Alright, that is exactly what we need to do. Good. We need to go become, Grunty and do some Grunty stuff. That switch, in particular. Now, where's the Grunty had? I remember Flash games in the era. You know, playing a good number of them that were kind of similar to this. You know, sort of like somewhere between this and a proper adventure game. Like, I remember... In particular, there was like a, Cartoon Network holiday adventure thing. Where it was like... Sort of like this, but also you were... solving little puzzles and doing some other type shit, you know? Sort of thing was the rage, you know? You put together one of these, or at least, I say, you, the companies. You put together something like this, people would play it and go, oh yeah, it's good. I don't know. And that was fun, you know? For a free little thing to fuck around with. All you needed. I am really low on health. I'm gonna have to kill a chocolate chip. But I don't know if there are a supply of chocolate chips to kill. So all I can do is hope for the best and, you know, spew my magic. Freeze that guy. This game has sort of a Tooie type style to it, this fan game, in that a lot of it is like exploring the world and transforming between various states, and using that to solve puzzles. And in some cases, you have to figure out how to get certain characters certain places, and use your other guys to do it. It's like that, but like an incredibly simplified version of it. You know? It's like that, but simplified extremely. Ayah. That's not a good place. I don't like the look of this. I don't have any health, and these things are, tricky. Ah, they're spiky. And we lost all of our shit. It looks like we can't... Oh, maybe Enter paused us, and I didn't know how to unpause. Looks like I can't get out and, like, save our 50. Let me try to get these jiggies that we failed at. Also, wait, there's like a race here? What's the deal? I think you need to be Gruntilda for that as well. Let's keep on at it briefly. I specifically want to get that, I want to try that obstacle course one more time. If nothing else. And maybe I could... If that went well, maybe I'd consider doing the rest again, but... Let's just at least try that obstacle course to kill this. And if we can't do it... Maybe we call it there. Oh, hey. Melted the thing. That's cool. Oh, is this a race? Weird thing is they have like... They're like very vertical hitboxes, you know? So you can't like just pass through them left to right. That was really close. I don't think we're gonna make it out. Wait, you could just go directly... You could just go directly up, down. I can do that. I can do that. One more try. And if we can't beat it, we'll call it. What's this? That looks like a thing. Hang on. Also, we'll check out that. Orange ice, where have we seen orange before? Okay, it's some sort of stop and swap type thing. Secret. That's a challenge I can't refuse. Prepare yourself, you're gonna lose. Just walking directly down. Who knew it was that simple? Don't even really need to fuck with the other things. Man, if this game was cool and you know, you just kept the jiggies after you got them, you know, like every other real banjo, every real banjo, then we could just do one more thing and be done, but we can't. We'd have to do like a bunch more. Let's try to do a bunch more. And if we die, I will call it there. That is my statement. Okay. There's a guy in there that needs to be frozen. Need to get Banjo in there, but also need to go ahead and do this business again. This was easy last time. Wasn't even a challenge. Okay. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, now what? This fella. The switches is gonna be the hardest part. You know, that's the one we died at last time. Also, what the hell? How'd that chocolate chip get there? I'll say again, we die. That's gonna be it. That's where the stream ends. If we don't die, we'll go to the next world and just see what's up. I don't know we'll finish it, but I'd like to look and say like, oh wow, that's a world. These guys are kind of erratic. Alright. If there's any more like chocolate chips, I could really use them. These guys could be killed. Fuck you. Don't come in. Okay. What's that M&M doing? Fuck you, M&M. Thanks for the health. Actually, I actually didn't mind the free health, M&M. Did I already get the ice over there open? If I can, I just need to do... Yes, I just need to do a few things without taking any damage, or maximum of 2. But you know that can happen fast. That's gotta be the last one. Rule of 4. It's not what the rule is. I wanna kill something so I can get some free health. Okay, 3. Anything else over here to kill? I could really use some health. No? Okay. Here goes. Oh, God. Okay, that's it. BKPC2 Jam Jars Jinx. That is an ambitious little game. I think it really shouldn't reset everything when you die, Jiggies included. That's not how Banjo works. I'll accept that the notes work that way, but Jiggies, that's screwed up. That's screwed up. Jeez, that was really goddamn close. Let's get out of this level. I can reset the game. Okay. Now, if you can tell, on account of I've just lost the 50 notes progress that I had, that's gonna do it. That'll be probably the last time I play this game ever. That was fun. That was fun to see these games again. The second one, especially, is a lot more of a game, and I had a much better time playing it than the first game, which it's kind of just a throwaway thing. You know what? Why don't I just throw in one more? No, that's silly. I saw there was a place that was saying like, oh yeah, fan games like BKPC1, BKPC2, and Banjo Fair, and I said, what the fuck's Banjo Fair? And I downloaded it. It's like a minigame collection of Banjo-Kazooie themed minigames. It's not that good. It's just minigames. I think that's good enough for tonight. Let's go ahead and throw up the schedule. Like I said, for Thursdays going forward, I'm gonna take them off until such time as I'm like feeling that a Thursday on like a work day where I'm working from work, you know, like in the office, is going to be not that hard. I will say, of course, you know, for years, as I've been a streamer, most of the time, I've had a job, but it's been a remote job most of that time, so very easy to get off at the end of the workday and roll on to, like, a stream, like, 3 hours after work, you know, but you're talking commute, you're talking, you know, 3 days a week from office. It's harder to do, maybe, all those, you know, streams on every one of those days. But, still thinking I'm gonna do Mondays, still thinking I'm gonna do Fridays. I might move to Tuesday after next week. I'll think about it. This next week, though, Martin Luther King Day is Monday, and as a result, I'm gonna be able to do an earlier stream, which I will do because Pikmin 4 is gonna be at Awesome Games Done Quick, and I want to watch that run live, so want to get that stream out of the way earlier, you know, during some of the runs where I'm not as interested in. And, yeah, let's do a raid. Oh, crap, I'm just realizing I don't know where my phone is. So that's how I usually do the raid. You know what, I can do it from the computer since I'm at the computer. Just go to the dashboard. And I'll also get the stop thing up so I'm ready to go. Tomorrow will be the next stream, 6 p.m. Central, viewer levels. I don't see those changing, I'll say. You know, I will be working from home on Fridays, so it's still easy to roll off work at 5 p.m. sharp and do a stream at 6 p.m. That, I believe, right now, we'll see how that goes over time. My expectation is that will not change. That will not change. Let's do a raid. Let's see now. Will Smith, why not? Okay, that's fine. The music stopped. Such is old fan games. Also, maybe because it wasn't, like, selected for a while. who can say? Who can say? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe if it tries to load the music up for like a new play and it's not like full, it's not like the active window. Maybe it fails. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Fun little novelty. Looking back on this, could be a touch more generous maybe with the whole death and restarting thing, but you know, if it didn't have that, maybe you'd be done with it in like 2 hours rather than 3 or 4. And you know what? That's fair. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow for viewer levels and the second installment of Skyward Sword on Monday after that. Yeah, it's been a fun little stream. Hope you all had a good time. I'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. Bye, folks. Send off the raid and then say goodbye.